What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. Manchester United are back in action again in the Premier League. Matchday 17 up against Aston Villa at Villa Park, 4:30 PM kickoff tomorrow, and manager is Unai Emery. So in terms of some head-to-head last season in the Premier League at home, Manchester United did win 2-0 in May 2025, which was the last day of last season. And then away from home, Manchester United drew 0-0 in October 2024. So in terms of last season under Unai Emery, Aston Villa finished 6th in the Premier League. They won a total of 19 games, drew 9, lost 10, scored 58 goals, conceded 51, finished with a +7 goal difference, finished with 66 points, and they just missed out on qualifying for the Champions League phase by goal difference. So they finished level in points with Newcastle, who also finished on 66 points, but they didn't qualify for the Champions League due to their goal difference. So in terms of some insights for the match, Aston Villa have won just one of their last 26 Premier League home games against Manchester United, drawing 9 and losing 16, beating them 3-1 in November 2022 in Unai Emery's first match in charge. Manchester United have won 41 Premier League games against Aston Villa, with 18 of those coming away from home. Only the Red Devils themselves have beaten an opponent more, both overall and on the road, which is 42 overall, which is 19 away versus Everton. And now only Manchester City with 46 points have won more Premier League points, have won more Premier League home points in 2025 than Aston Villa, who've won 40, while the Villains have lost the fewest home games of any ever present side with 1. Should they avoid defeat here, it'll be their fewest home top flight defeats in a year since 1983, which was 22 games, and Manchester United have won their first 2 Premier League. Man United have won their last 2 Premier League matches, last winning 3 in a row in February 2024. The Red Devils have netted at least twice in their last 5 on the road, last doing so in more consecutively between June and December 2020, which was 11. And finally, Aston Villa have won their last 6 Premier League games and their last 9 in all competitions. As a top flight side, they've won 7 straight league games. As a top flight side, they last won 7 straight league games between December 1989 and February 1990, while they last won 10 plus in all competitions between January and March in 1914, which is 11. So that's really interesting start for Villa. In terms of their winning run, like I said, they are on a 9-game winning run right now. Recently, they managed to beat West Ham away from home. They beat Basel in the Europa League. They beat Arsenal as well 2-1 at home. They beat Brighton 4-3. They beat Wolves 1-0. They beat Young Boys in the Europa League 2-1. And then they beat Leeds as well 2-1 away from home as well. So they are on a really, really good run of form. In terms of Aston Villa team news, Harvey Elliott, Pau Torres, Tyrone Mings and Ross Barkley are all out injured. And then, of course, Jadon Sancho is unavailable to face his parent club because he is on loan to Aston Villa from Manchester United. So in terms of Aston Villa's starting lineup, this is how I think they're going to line up. Martinez in net, of course. Cash, Konsa, Lindelof and Maatsen making up the 4 at the back. Lindelof, of course, ex-Manchester United player, hoping to face his former side. Kamara and Onana in the defensive midfield positions. McGinn, Tielemans and Rodgers making up the front 3, in behind Ollie Watkins. So in terms of how do Aston Villa like to play, usually the structured build up with a back 3. Villa often build up in a 3-2 shape with one full back, you staying deeper while the other pushes high. Centre backs are encouraged to pass through the lines rather than go long. Number 2, high and wide fullbacks. Fullbacks provide the width, allowing wingers like McGinn to move inside. This stretches the opposition backline and creates half space overloads. Number 3, positional play and rotations. Emery uses clear positional zones, especially in midfield. Midfielders rotate to create triangles, helping progression through short, sharp passing. So number 4, attacking the half spaces. Villa focus on occupying the space between the fullback and centre back. Players like Watkins and attacking midfielders drift into these areas to receive through balls. And number 5, quick vertical attacks once space opens up. So while patient in build up, Villa attack quickly when the gap appears. Ollie Watkins is key, making constant runs behind for early through balls. balls, and that's how they set up with possession, defending without possession. Villa are gonna hold an extremely high defensive line. Villa hold one of the highest lines in the Premier League. This compresses space in between midfield and supports aggressive pressing. Number 2, very aggressive offside trap. The back line steps up in unison, catching opponents offside repeatedly, requires excellent timing and communication from the centre backs. Number 3, mid to high block pressing. Villa usually press from a compact mid block, not constant high pressing. Triggers include backwards passes or poor touches from opponents. And number 4, compact vertical distances. So Emery keeps minimal distances between defence, midfield and attack. This denies opponents room to play between the lines. And number 5, forcing play wide. Villa guide opponents towards the flanks. Once wide, they press aggressively and rely on touchline pressure to regain possession. So that's how they're going to play without the ball. In terms of their Aston Villa star man, I'm going to have to say it's Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers, last season he scored 8 goals and provided 10 assists in the Premier League. This season he's already got 5 goals and 3 assists in 16 matches. So he's a powerful ball carrier, drives forward aggressively with pace and strength, breaking lines through direct dribbles, inside forward tendencies. He starts wide but frequently cuts inside to attack central spaces and combines near the box, and high work rate as well. So he presses energetically, tracks back and contributes defensively as well as in transition. So in terms of Manchester United, let's speak about United a little bit. We are coming away with a really poor result against Bournemouth, which was a 4-4 thrilling, entertaining game. But we dropped 2 points, unfortunately, and we blew the lead 3 times. United scored 4 goals but couldn't hold on, repeatedly surrendering the advantage despite taking the lead on 3 separate occasions. Number 2, defensive lapses and vulnerability. Defensive mistakes, especially in transitions and set plays, allowed Bournemouth to score goals with relative ease and repeatedly push United's defensive line back. And number 3, excellent attack but weak game management. While United's attacking play was lively, high shots and creative movement, poor concentration and a lack of game control late on undermined the performance. Number 4, missed chance to climb the table. Instead of moving into the top 5, United were forced to settle for a draw, a frustrating outcome given their dominance in spells. And number 5, fixed emotions despite entertainment. So fans and pundits acknowledge the spectacle of the game. 8 goals, of course, end-to-end football, but also stressed that such an open performance exposed serious defensive and tactical issues. So I think that with that game against Bournemouth, it was definitely 2 points dropped, and our form at Old Trafford of late hasn't been great. That's 2 points out of a possible 9 against West Ham, Everton, West Ham and Bournemouth, so it's not good enough at Old Trafford. Hopefully we can pick up 3 points against Aston Villa tomorrow. In terms of injuries for Manchester United, De Ligt and Maguire are still out. Casemiro is suspended after picking up 5 yellow cards, and of course Ahmad, Mazraoui and Mbeumo are at AFCON. So in terms of United starting 11, this is my predicted starting lineup. This is my preferred starting lineup, not my predicted necessarily. So I've got Lemons in net, of course, Yoro, Martinez and Shaw making up the back 3, Dalot, Mainu, Fernandes and Dogu making up the 4 in midfield. Then I've got a front 3 of Mount, Cunha and Sesko up front. So in terms of Manchester United star man, I'm going to have to say it's Bruno Fernandes. I think he's created the most chances in the league, and I think he scored 4 goals and provided 6 assists in the league so far this season. Let me just check if that is the case. But you know, I think Bruno Fernandes is our most dangerous attacker. I think we rely on him the most. So far in the Premier League, he scored 5 goals and he's provided 7 assists. From a defensive midfield position, which, you know, he's pulling up the numbers, even though he is playing slightly in a withdrawn role, and he's had really good performances in the past couple of games. He scored 2 goals against Wolves, provided an assist against Wolves as well. Against Bournemouth, he scored that really fantastic free kick, and he provides an assist against Bournemouth as well. So I think he's our most dangerous player. In terms of most chances created in the Premier League, let me just check if that is the case, if Bruno Fernandes still has the most. Yeah, Bruno Fernandes has created 50 chances in the Premier League. The next player who's created the most is Jeremy Doku, who's got 36. So he's 14 ahead of Jeremy Doku, and City have already played today. So, you know, he is leading in terms of chance creation. But Ahmad is here on 28 chances, and Bruno Mbeumo is on 26 chances, who are going to be great misses for us in terms of them going to AFCON. I don't think necessarily. I think that they're going to be huge misses for us, and I think our attacking threat is going to be decline since they've gone to AFCON. So yeah, in terms of how do you beat Aston Villa? Obviously, number one, exploit the space behind Villa's high back line. So target runs in behind early, especially through quick vertical passes and transitions. And number two, avoid the offside trap with timing and ball speed. Delay runs, use double movements and move the ball faster to disrupt Villa's defensive timing. Number three, attack the wide areas early. Switch play quickly to isolate Villa's fullbacks before they can step up and compress space. Number four, control turnovers on midfield. Protect the ball centrally. Villa punish sloppy giveaways with immediate vertical attacks. Number five, stay compact and disciplined defensively. Don't get dragged into chaos. Villa thrive when games become stretched and transitional. And finally, number six, clean sheet. I think we've struggled defensively all season, and you know, I think Villa have a couple of dangerous players who can hurt us on the break. Be careful on the counter attack, and you know, the likes of Ollie Watkins and Morgan Rogers and Tielemans have the quality to hurt Manchester United on the break. So obviously, and you know, they have the ability to score, and you know, we have to keep a clean sheet as well, because defensively we've been poor all season. I think we've conceded 26 goals all season. It's not really good enough in terms of clean sheets for Manchester United. So let's take a quick look at the Premier League table, and then I'll give my score prediction. So Premier League table right now, here it is. Liverpool are winning against Tottenham right now, 1-0. Tottenham have a man sent off. I think it was Xavi Simons who got sent off for Tottenham. Sorry, my webcam just did go off there, but we're back. So with a win, Manchester United would move to 29 points. So we would move tied on points with Chelsea and Liverpool, depending if Liverpool do win. Now they've gone 2-0 up now. So Liverpool look on course to win against Tottenham. So we would move to 29 points, tied on points with Liverpool and Chelsea. Chelsea did drop points against Newcastle today. And then, of course, we would be kind of pegging Aston Villa a little bit back. They would be dropping points to us if we were to win, of course. You know, but if Villa were to win, they would stretch. They would move to 36 points, and then they would have a 10-point advantage over Manchester United. And with that, I don't think that we would be getting Champions League football. I don't think we're going to get Champions League football anyway, personally, because we've dropped too many points already, in my opinion. We've dropped points to Everton, we dropped points to West Ham at home, and then we've dropped points to Bournemouth as well. That's a total of 7 points out of 7 points that we've dropped. You know, so we've got 2 points out of a possible 9 against Everton, West Ham and Bournemouth, which is not good enough. Had we won them games, that would be 7 extra points. We would be on 33 points, tied on points with Aston Villa had we won them games, and we should have won them games. Unfortunately, we didn't. So I don't necessarily think that we're going to be winning this game. I think that Villa are going to be winning this game. So yeah, in terms of my score prediction, I'm going to go for a 2-1 Aston Villa win. Scorers Morgan Rogers and Ollie Watkins and Bruno Fernandes. And I don't believe in Amorim and the team yet to deliver consistent performances and results, even though we have won recently. We've won 2 out of 2 on the road against Wolves and against Crystal Palace, but I don't see us getting Champions League football. Like I said, I never want us to lose, but my sentiment is still very pessimistic, and hopefully I am wrong and Manchester United do pick up all 3 points, but I just don't see it happening. I see Villa are on a really, really good run of form, and I don't see them dropping points tomorrow against Manchester United. Hopefully I'm wrong and Manchester United pick up all 3 points. Anyway, if you enjoyed this preview, leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you after the match.